Aerodyne has long been known as one of the great one-stop shops for everything you're going to need in skydiving equipment. So we're here with Bushman, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what's new at Aerodyne here at PIA 2007.
Hey
Welcome.
Doug, how are you?
Doing very
Good.
well.
New for us this year is we've got a concept to build stock rigs because we can deliver a complete system to everybody. What we have is the ability to build a custom harness container, canopies, and reserve in a very short period of time. So these stock rigs we've started them with an element range, and we have water, fire, earth, and this one is the wind. And we've custom designed the logos on the side walls to match what we're doing. Made a little bit of media with each one with its own emblem and so forth. And we've touched up the rig a little bit with a lot of new stuff like spacer foam and so forth. We've also been in negotiations with Bill Booth to license the Skyhook, which has been sought after by a lot of customers. And the idea being is that if somebody orders one of these stock rigs and chooses these colors and they find these colors appealing, they'd be able to get a full set of skydiving equipment in about 3 weeks, custom fit to their specs.
A custom rig in 3 weeks.
That'll basically be it. Well, basically it's they choose one of these 4 designs, and we'll be adding more to the range. But right now we're going to start with 4 see-outs received in the marketplace, and if it's received well, we'll add more designs. And the idea being is that you'll be able to get a custom fitting harness, because we won't sew the harness up. We'll build the rig in these colors and have them on the shelf, and then the harness, once we have their measurements, we'll just sew it up, because we make our harnesses now in DeLand, Florida, and then we have canopies matched to these color patterns, and then basically you give us your measurements, and we'd have you in a rig jumping in 3 weeks.
So other than the harness, it's a complete off-the-shelf regular product, so they can get rolling fine.
Yeah, and we probably work mostly with the pilots and Mambas, which are our 2 most popular main canopies. Triathlon is still very popular, but I'm not sure that we will stock it in this range unless we see a request for it. Smarts, obviously, we sell a bucket load of those, so we'll have them on the shelf. And our harnesses, we sold over 700 icons last year, and they're fast becoming popular, so we're trying to keep the ball rolling and try and give people new stuff. The good thing being is that our products come completely fitted with stainless. There's no options. All our options are included. So we offer stainless and the mini force, and all that kind of stuff comes standard with us.
As stock. So about what kind of price range am I looking at for, say, a 190 in one of your stock container canopy rigs?
Well, basically we only broadcast an MSRP price. We're slightly cheaper than the top of the line PD products, but for the most part we're fairly competitive price-wise with them on the MSRP version of it. What the distributor sells it for is not really up to us to determine. Obviously they want to make a profit to keep their company running as well.
Sure, understood.
But yeah.
So it sounds like for right around $5,000 US, I can get into a canopy, a main, a reserve, and
MSRP. Yes,
MSRP.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't doubt you'll ever pay $5,000. I think all up. We also offer the option, because we make everything, is we can pack it up for people as well. So we have an assembly and reserve pack and so forth as well. So when you get your rig, it's already done. It's got the Cypress in it. It's got it's packed up, ready to go. And in 3 weeks, you're pretty much skydiving a new set of equipment.
So if I was in a real jam and I could give you my approximate body size, is it feasible to think I could even have a rig inside the 21-day window if I was an average guy?
We're pretty much delivering those changes in 2 weeks. We quote 3 weeks, but most people are getting them in 2 weeks. So we're trying to, obviously, one of the things that we feel is a big problem in the industry is the wait time. It's anywhere between 12 and 16 weeks.
Yeah, it's very discouraging.
Yeah, it is. You get off student status, you've just graduated, you want to skydive, and now you're going to wait 4 months for your rig, and winter comes along, and then you can't jump it for another 4 weeks, or 4 months. So we feel that this has a large potential, and I think it's also good for the distributors. It allows a quicker cash flow, a quicker turnaround for them. So I think the distributors, the response we've had so far is very positive.
Wonderful. Well, now off here behind me, I see you've also got one of your reserves. You want to tell me a little bit about it?
Sure. This is the Smart Reserve. Smart Reserve becoming very popular. We This is one of the first reserves on the market in C23D, TSO C23D. Our fabrics are well controlled right now. We have a very good relationship with our fabric supplier, Galvanor, and they do all our testing for us as well, guarantee each roll of fabric that they give us. And so far that relationship's working very well. It's also one of the few canopies that has reinforcement in the tail that you can usually only see in flight, really. But we have reinforcement tapes running through the tail to the line attachments in the tail, which is unique to the Aerodyne range, and that adds some security and strength to the product with very minimal pack volume.
Wonderful.
So,
well, I know you've got a real popular main canopy as well.
Yes, the Mamba and the Pilot. The Pilot is by far our absolute winner. We can't keep them on the shelf, but the Mamba is fast becoming very popular.
Why is that? Why is it such a popular canopy?
I think there's a demand for products such as the Katana from Performance Designs and the Crossfire 2 from Icarus canopies, and we had to release something in that range. It's not cross-braced, which means that a lot of AFF instructors and teams, people that don't want the complexities associated with cross-brace canopy openings, which are a little irregular at times, maybe not as consistent. For people that are doing lots of jumps like that, they prefer something that they can have the high performance landings with, have a lot of fun on it, and at the same time not have those kind of opening issues. The Mamba for us has been a great hit. We actually had somebody come fifth in a pond sweeping competition not so long ago with,
wonderful!
with a
Congratulations!
non-cross-brace canopy, so that was great. We've just been very tentative releasing it. We're a new company. Well, new and new. We've been around for a little bit now, but we're perhaps not as well known as Performance Designs and Icarus for our canopy range. That's changing. We've seen a tremendous increase in sales in the Pilot as well as the Mamba in the last year, and we're hoping that that continues. Yeah, we don't have a tremendous amount of canopies in our range. We have the Triathlon, which has been around for a while, and we have that in 3 different sizes. 3 different types. We have the CRW version, which is a competitive CRW canopy, which won the gold medal at the last World Championships with the Russian rotation team. We have a hybrid version of that, which is for people wanting to do a little bit of CRW and a little bit of sport jumping. They don't want to throw their eggs in either basket, so to speak. And then we have the Triathlon Sport canopy, which is just for regular free fall. And then like I say, the Pilot has become our mainstay canopy. It's really become our company, the Smart and the Icon. And it's very easy for distributors and customers to easily appraise that. It's a simple one package deal that they're really jumping on. So the Mamba took a little longer to get off the ground. We feel maybe because it wasn't in that package. It wasn't the Pilot Icon Smart deal, which people were accustomed to. So it's taken a little while to get going, but in the last 6 to 8 months, we've seen a huge increase in sales in the Mamba.
Well, wonderful. Well, congratulations on your success, and thanks for taking the time to speak with us here at PIA.
Thank you very much, Doug. Appreciate it.
See you again.